Was there? Okay, we call the Newton County Board of Zoning Appeals to order, open by pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Approval of the August 26th minutes. Everybody had a chance to
The only thing
review.
I noticed is I made the motion to adjourn. And I also seconded it. I don't know if it makes a difference.
We're still.
I really want to get out of here.
Duly noted.
I say.
So we have a motion to approve this month's minutes?
Sure, I make a motion, we approve this.
Okay.
I'll second.
You got that?
You know what, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Minutes approved.
I just wanted to show you that I did read them.
They were testing, see if it didn't.
That's what it was. That's-
Get my agenda too. Okay. Next on the agenda, Wedding Enterprise Group LLC, special exception for a public campground in an ag district. 1169-2 North, 250 West, Samantha Resorts. Petitioner present, sir. Come take a seat at the front table, sir, has it been properly advertised?
It has.
And notice is sent out.
Correct.
Tell us what you like to do.
I got a plan here. I can show you guys also. As I talk about it. Here's the couple. Look at it. See this circle area here. Which is this here. Well, we're looking to or want to. Put a road in here. Put the campsites around here and then they would come around here. This used to be a campsite. This was all a campsite back in the day. We'd like it. Bring it kind of back to what it originally was. Campers around here and the campers up here. As the layout shows, this is just gonna stay, we already have a house over here when we bought it, so this is just gonna stay private from the campground here. But that's it. I think we got engineered out maybe 90 campsites. Sanitation, we're gonna have to do holding of pumping tanks. We've already talked to the state about that. Because it's in a flood zone, so we can't do septics in there, but we can do holding tanks. As long as the riser stays 2 foot above floodplain. Then we just have to pump. The pumping stations, you know. Pretty simple. I mean, had it engineered out from Glen Crouch out of Crown Point, and this is their goal, and we're hoping to, we don't have the engineering done on the pump stations yet, because that could cost me up to $10,000 to get that done, and I don't wanna do that unless I know you guys are okay with this, and then I'll go into engineering for the sanitation part of it all. For the state.
Are you gonna have campers stay, winter campers there year round?
Gonna be seasonal sites, so we wanna do seasonal from April to May. So we get away from trouble, is what we're looking for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
We just want good wholesome folk in there, it's gonna be a family campground.
Yeah, okay.
That's why we're gonna do seasonal, and we're gonna be more on the upper end side of it, so we can kind of maybe eliminate the trouble.
From May to what?
From April to October, April to into September, like right around in this realm right now is when we'd be shut.
We initially approached
proposed April 1 to October 1, sir. We've seen that being done with a lot of campgrounds in the area around here. That kind of seems like the threshold of getting away from the frost.
Well, as a goal, we just gotta put the infrastructure in for the roads and, there's an old bathhouse that's there, gonna leave that.
Is this the,
It's the old A-frame of Wapiti land, we're gonna call it Wapiti land, just like it's been called for years. We're not gonna change the name of it.
Worked for years, why change it?
Well, there's a lot of history in that place back there, there's still a lot of history in the house, so.
it used to be a popular place. I mean,
Yeah.
it was busy.
I think we can make it there again, I think it, help the community some, we plan on, if this thing goes the way we want it to go, we'd like to have, like public, little fishing things for the people, the community, for the kids and stuff like that, that they used to have here. So,
I used to have the dump races.
yeah,
They,
all sorts of stuff like that, is what we're planning in the future, you know?
they used to have a boat ramp there too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Get
there's
out
an old
into
boat
here.
ramp,
Yeah,
there's an old boat ramp over here.
I used to go fishing in there.
Yeah, I used to fish it too when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it,
Where's, the entrance is gonna be here,
entrance will be over here, you know?
so you're gonna have like a gate person or
We're gonna,
where they
put a private-
register?
Eventually, we're gonna put a private fence up here. And there'll be a gate. A gate here, and for the campers, they'll have a card to swap the gate, and then we'll only open for the campers.
So you'll be entering the campground on 250 west.
Yes, sir.
How wide's that road?
This road here?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I mean, standard size, I run my dump truck
It's not overly wide.
now. No, but I'd say standard country road with,
My concern is two large campers meeting on that road.
yeah, I know, I'm not sure about that, I'd have my dump truck and trailer there, and have past cars before, and been fine with it, you know?
I'm worried about too big vehicles. Yeah.
How far off the road is this road?
But, so. I'm serious about the quarter of there, so I'm talking about maybe probably like 45 feet or so.
Some of these are gonna get taken out, guys, I know some of these will be taken out, it's gonna say some, they have to be that big for pumping stations. So that's. We might put a pumping station somewhere, but. Well, it was some of them, this is just an initial drawing we did for, so we can present to you guys. About what we're gonna do.
20 foot off the road. Has hold the road with 20 foot.
Down, I see. Okay. Launch your ingress here, if you have enough. Brake gets like a turn in.
Mhm. Responsibility to make this out if you want.
Yeah. Guys throwing trailers.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it kind of drawn straight, but absolutely, definitely would lay out, you know what I mean? And even this one, we're not even sure with the way this road comes around, it's more like a little bit here too, you know?
Better than some state ground living in.
Yeah.
I think,
Make a very nice campground, yeah.
What's the electrical infrastructure?
Well, there is power all back here, there's a big power line coming back here, but a lot of us, when we put this all in, it's gonna be all underground, and we have to upgrade some of the infrastructure, I should know that about that. And I didn't even get to the engineering on that yet, because I only got approval before, it's just gonna cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely will be upgraded, They're gonna be full hookup sites. Yeah, 50 inch sites.
But you can have a dump station, not a sewer system.
I can't do a sewer system, it's a 100-year floodplain, so I can't do a septic in here. But I can do pump tanks. So I'm not sure how many there'll be, there won't be one big tank because you gotta have a 1/4 inch pitch per foot on the septic line, so. Say if you're over here, and the pump tank's over here, by the time you get your 1/4 inch per foot over here, your pump tank would be in the ground 20 feet, you know what I mean? So there'll have to be different pump station, tanks located throughout that. Yep, so I will have all the piping underground, just like a house or like a regular campsite, and they'll all be piped into that pumping tank, you know? They're just big plastic or concrete tanks. But the main thing is you have to keep your lid, there's one access to the tank, and it has to stay 2 foot above floodplain in case something did flood. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I don't think this is ever flooded here. Cause this house, we bought this too, and I go in the cost basis and inspection on it, and it's dusty right down there. And I'm telling you, I've been building houses for 32 years now, if this had taken water, it would be musty, moldy, and always damp down there, and it's not. But this is probably the highest point of Samava right here, this whole area right here.
I waited in Samama, deep water, when dike broke in the 70s, when we had the sandbag. And it would be, the post office would be, have water in it.
Yeah.
That's when the dikes used to break in the 70s all the time.
Yeah, Eddie Watson built this house originally. And yeah, he built this house originally, and he said, this is probably the highest point of Samava, this area right here. From here, it kind of, when you go down these roads, these all really dump off from the road, you know?
Not here, but all back, it was. Down this road here. No.
Pretty nice.
Back so. Good. What's basically hotels and rooms. Yeah. Holy concert. Alcohol's supposed to be everywhere.
Yeah. Any plans on extracurricular events going on out there? Special events to have music, bands, a lot of stuff that might disturb the neighborhood. That's what I'm.
Not as of right now. If we wanted to do something like that, of course, we have to come back in for approval for that, you know? But as of right now, it's just a campground. The campsites, I believe he engineered them out to be like 60 by 40, so they're larger campsites. But we're gonna ask premium cost for them in seasonal. So, and 50 amp breaker, so if someone wants to pull a big fifth wheel in there, they can have their campsite, maybe their little fire pit, have room to work without hugging the next camper, so. Like I said, some of these might be a little bit, so we might spread them out a bit or two.
And then like, it was unlike a sportsman ski. But I guess we used to launch their boats and they would go out and carry fish.
Yeah, if you walked around this whole thing, there's still the old plugins and the old waters and all that are still out there from years past. It's no good anymore, it has to be jerked out and redone, but. That's it. That's what I got to offer. You wanna keep these and look at them, you're more than welcome to, I don't care.
Yeah, Lisa.
Keep one.
Yeah.
Okay.
we probably want to keep one on the block.
If it helps, we have an existing survey from the property too, but it's from back in 2006. So no movements have been done since then, but it'll still give you an idea of setback off the road as well. Email that to the state.
At this time, we'll open it to the audience for any questions or comments. And I just ask that state your name and address for the records. And yes,
Mike Parrish. Anyway, yeah, Chris and Steve, we walked out there the last Thursday, Friday, I can't remember. But, so we walked pretty much that whole area and, you can see some of the old campsites are still there and I was talking to the state, he said he doesn't really see, a problem with it. He said it'd probably actually be a good place to have a campground, you know, but I think there's still, I think, you know, you still have to go through DNR, there's an application because it's a floodway. So anything you're gonna do with any of the drainage or anything digging into any of the spill, you know, the drainage canals or anything like that, will always have to go through them. Anything like, replacing, culverts or anything like that. And, but besides that, about 2 years ago, the state changed the rules where you could use holding tanks in a flood zone. So in reality, all that property in Samava could be built on with homes. The thing is there, and he will too, you have to have, you'll have to get a pump and haul contract, which I think we've already talked, you may get your own pumper, you know. So if you're gonna do a holding tank, you have to have a contract with a pump and hauler. And if he calls me, cause I guess I'm in charge of it, but if he calls me and says, hey, these people are not paying their bill, blah, blah, then we have to start the process. Cause now they violated the contract that we have, for them to be able to live there. They have to keep that pump and haul contract active, yeah. So if that pump and hauler says, I have to come every 3 weeks, cause seems about what you're using, then you're gonna have to pay him to come every 3 weeks, or it could be every 2 months, could be a month, I don't know. But that is something new, and, I was told that they don't even have to keep the riser above the floodplain. It doesn't even have to be above the floodplain, what I was told. Now, we would highly suggest, because anything that happens out there.
Right.
Becomes your guys' problem.
Yeah, and I didn't really care if it wasn't
Yeah.
enough, because we were gonna put fencing around the pumping tanks anyhow to make it look nice, so they just stick out like a sore thumb.
And as for, you know, how you're gonna collect them, that's probably gonna be between you and state. They may say somehow do a couple pumps, one, you know, a couple big, where, you know, you can go throughout. I don't know how they're
Well,
gonna.
I'll, just so you guys know, Soil Solutions is a place out up north, you're familiar with them, they'll engineer the whole thing, and then they actually present it to the state. They actually go for approval, I just pay them to do that, you
You're
know,
paying them, yeah.
yep. But they know what they're doing.
Because they actually do, yeah, they actually have an engineering,
They did several campgrounds over the years, so.
well, that's pretty much it for me.
anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
James Sweetek. 2824 west, 1150 north, Napa. For one thing. I just found out about very recently. I did not get a notice. None of my neighbors got a notice. In fact, as far as I know, only one person on 1150, which is the main drag, got a notice for this. So the one neighbor was gonna come to this.
They have all the receipts.
Okay. You speak to me, please, but you are, and then this conversation's between you and the board, okay? And the petitioner will give him a chance to rebut. Okay, please continue.
Well, I'm just trying to say.
Yes,
So, and then, so one thing is, yes, we don't know nothing about this, the first we're hearing. Another thing, this isn't in the middle of nowhere, this is in a town. This is a town. So, I mean, I don't know where you guys live, you know, would you want something right next to you moving in? Because I lived there for over 20 years and there was no campground there. And you know, I don't know what it's gonna entail. Is there gonna be people walking around out of towners? You know, like I said, there's only one way in and out of that town. One narrow road. We get any kind of thing going on, the road congested. I would like more time. I would like for our neighbors to be notified. Okay. That's one thing, like, I don't understand why all these adjacent properties, nobody was notified.
Notices were sent out.
I did not receive any notice. I own 2 properties on like 15 North.
We have a stack,
My neighbor did not receive one.
we have a stack of notices here that we've sent out, got returns. So,
Your name's on there, I hand them the mail every day.
She picks up the mail every day.
He had a, signed by a notary stating that he sent it to everybody that was on that list. So he did send it to you guys, so.
My neighbors.
What's your neighbor's name?
Roselinda, she said she did not get one. Jake Colette, Josh Leslie said he did not get one.
They all would have been sent certified mail. A lot of times people kind of don't pick up certified.
and what's the criteria for getting these?
300 feet within the property lines. Yeah, Josh is on here, but he never signed for it. And who was the other one you said?
Roselinda,
What's the last name? Coley? Yes.
Yeah.
He's on here as well, but she didn't sign for it.
we talked to,
But we have a notarized form here that states that he took it to a notary once he sent it. They can't notarize this unless they verify that everybody on this attachment was being sent the certified mail.
tell me I didn't, that's all I'm telling you. Like I said, I have to prop on that road. And the 2 neighbors that are next to it, they did everything in there.
Unfortunately, we have no control.
We go to the post office every day.
Have it notarized, we have the notarized one right here. That states.
Right. The attempt was made to notify everybody.
How
And
long is the
it was
paper?
also published in the paper, correct?
Yes. So the publication, I have a copy of the publication in the paper here. Notice of public hearings for special exemption, Newton County. It explains the Wedding Enterprise Group LLC with the address, description of the property, and the time and date of when the meeting would be held.
I'm just telling you, I don't know what publication, because I don't get any publication, like, you know, the internet or what have you, so, but none of the neighbors, more than them, received anything. We're not offered anything for that.
Okay, no. I can tell every day.
And we have a locked box, we have a locked mailbox.
Right, you'd have to sign for it, so.
Yeah, you would have to sign for it, but unfortunately, we have no control over the postal service. Majority of the cards have been returned and signed to us, with all your neighbors in the area. That's 300 feet of that property line. Unfortunately, if you didn't get it, I don't know, I can't explain what US Postal Service did. I'm sure Mr. Wedding has copies of the receipts, and actually, if we run receipt number, I could probably find out where this postal, the certification is at. You wanna give that to me? I can do that right now.
There's no publication, there's nothing on the mailbox, there's no mailbox
It's sent certified letter.
that I did not receive.
Okay.
Or my neighbor.
Okay,
I mean, that alone isn't right. That alone isn't right, because we have no, at the last minute, we don't know what's going on or whatever, they couldn't make it, you know, because they couldn't make it. So I mean, if it was a plan letter. But, I mean, again, you know, it's one way in, one way in, and out of town, I mean, we got this bad enough now with traffic. I have a handicapped son, I have to watch him, he's a man, grown man. I have to watch him if he goes even close to the street by the driveway because of the way sometimes the people drive. So, and then again, if he's gonna have, I don't know if he's gonna have bands, am I gonna be up all night partying? I don't know what's going on.
Duly noted. Thank
You know,
you.
it is, you know, it is, like I said, it is our town.
Right.
It's not off on the side of nowhere, it's in the cornfield. This is our town.
Right. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
My name's Kyle Hillstrom, I'm at 2488 West Blue Island Drive. Our concern is mainly, we like it quiet, that's why we're there. We don't feel that we need all this going on, our concerns are garbage and, outsiders coming in town to, you know, I see what goes on, like when Roseland blew up. You know, things changed a little bit, I'm not saying that that's the clientele he's going to attract, but, you know, those things do happen. We're just concerned. And I have heard his side of the story. I have mine, and I went down and got mine. But it was signed on the 22nd, it didn't show up in my mailbox till I got there. To which our PO box, we all have a PO box, but the guy's only there 2 hours a day. So these people go get certified mail, they're show between 9 and 11. I can't get my mail until Saturday if I've got anything in the post office box.
Understand,
So.
understand.
Once again, we're more concerned with noise, people and any pollution, because I've seen what campsites do when the stuff blows around. It is what it is. I mean, there's no getting around it. So, and the road, the main direct through town is big enough. But I've been ran off road by full-size Chevy on my road. In front of where you want to put the campground. So I don't feel the roads anywhere near. I mean, I see a camper coming. I gotta backtrack all the way back around the neighborhood, get around my house.
Cause you're saying the road, you feel the roads are narrow, is that what you're saying?
That, our particular road where he and I live there.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Question, Cody Spear, go to North Third Street, Hamilton. What considerations have you, given with regard to the key card system for campers being able to pass them off to family, friends, people that you may not want camping in the campground?
Well, I mean, that's a good question. Of course, you're not gonna be able to control that entirely. But we will be policing the place, I can tell you that, you know, I mean, there's gonna be a strict guidelines and rules on the contracts that they would have to sign to come in the campground. We're not partiers, we're not, hell raisers, and there's sure not gonna be none. I mean, you're not gonna stop anybody from having a beer on a campsite, but as far as people getting crazy in there, it's just not gonna be that kind of campground. They'll be asked to leave, they'll get their deposit back and they'll be out.
And are you, planning on having any sort of like security system as far as something monitoring the gate, the coming and going?
You know what, eventually, yeah, we've talked about all that. I can't say that we'd have that right away, but absolutely, eventually, that would be our goal, yeah. Yeah.
Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll close it to the audience, open it back up to the board.
Yeah, doesn't.
Um, Personally, I think there's a lot of things to consider. We're gonna have to have hours operation. Certain conditions set on the petition, so. I don't know if it's something we're gonna all get over tonight. Definitely need a plan from you, what you're thinking. How the campground's gonna be ran. Any events, how we're gonna control noise, lighting. Even just general camping noise. So we're gonna have to take all that into consideration.
Absolutely, I understand that.
You guys got any ideas? Any input?
I guess I have a question. If it was a campground before, why did it stop being a campground? Was that because of the community around it now? Was it problems with them? Will we face the same thing again? Does anyone know why it closed before?
Well, the original owner, Gene Klesiak, passed away. And then the kids had it, and I can't really speak for them. I don't know exactly why, but I don't think they wanted to run a campground. Um, uh, but it was their father's to begin with, so it was his whole operation. So I think when he passed away, they kind of just let it go, you know?
I can remember the camper. I never was back in there, but I know there was a campground. Or in that area. Cause there used to be a lot of activity in that area.
The cost we're gonna have on the campsites and the style of campground that's gonna be. I understand the folks is concerned about noise and folks being there. I can understand that. We're hoping with the costs that we're gonna put these at and only seasonal campsites, so there won't be weekend, it's not like we're renting out to weekend people, it would be seasonal. We're hoping to bring in a little bit nicer base of, people, you know what I'm saying? That's the whole goal of the whole campground. It's family oriented.
One of the. Yeah. There we go. Okay. It has been mentioned that, there's only one way in, one way out. One, in case of evacuation, whether it be fire, whether it be flood. Have any plan for that scenario?
No, I mean, they would follow the same protocol that everybody that lived in there would.
Yeah, so you're packing.
Well, they're campers, I mean, that would be part of their contract, their camper will be there at their risk, you know what I mean, if it happened.
I'm not so much worried about their campers. I'm worried about personal safety. People be able to get in and out in case of emergency. I mean, I drove through there the other day and there's one way in, one way out. And I think it could be a mass confusion for you.
Most of the public campgrounds that I've been in have one way in, one way out.
Okay.
Usually,
They don't want a lot of access. They don't want a lot of access. Yeah, but that's just for the campground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that same one way in, one way out is for the whole town.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's my concern.
Oh, I see.
We have one way in, one way out for the campground, which is great. Now we got the rest of the town, if we have to evacuate the whole town. And the campground. So we just compounded the problem a little bit. Man, it's just something we need to think about.
Think about it.
Basically, that's when I started out, it was a resort, it wasn't meant for. You're not living.
Yeah, okay. But we have year round living there now, right?
And this is a special exception, so it'd be on a yearly review.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say, we can put the special exceptions on, that'd be a. I think we need to make clear too that we did do the right publications and things, and we got them back, so I think legally it was advertised.
Right,
So
right. Yes,
you can only do so much.
yeah, we can only do what we can do. I mean, there's a stack of receipts from the certified mail. And there's several of them there. So. okay, so I've already closed it to the audience. It's just amongst the board now. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of campgrounds I've been into, they have like what they call quiet. That's where no
Oh, we're definitely gonna have that. There's gonna be curfew, you bet.
But that's what, we need a list of your rules.
We can do that. We can get one made up for you.
I think, I mean, I don't have a big problem as long as we have special exceptions, time of operation. Yeah, one time. I mean. I can't approve it to.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to maybe table this.
Yep.
And we're gonna have to get more information together. On our end, your end. Out. Days of operation. Hours of, times, quiet times.
I'd like to see no events, like bands,
Yeah,
Well, we don't have any intention on that. We just have intention for a campground.
fireworks, with lights, celebration, stuff like that.
yeah, just quiet camping.
Yeah.
I mean, that's part of my view.
Mm,
I can't speak for the whole.
that's pretty much what we intend on, yeah.
Refuge, trash disposal,
Oh,
sewage
absolutely.
disposal.
Oh, absolutely.
We gotta have all these things laid out.
Okay.
Think anything else we need to get laid out?
I guess I can put this table, come up with this as well.
Yes.
I was gonna ask you, Chris, if you could come up with a list
Yeah.
that we can answer for you guys, that would be helpful.
Yes.
Things that they are concerned that you could address them.
Absolutely,
You're gonna need signage as well out there, because
absolutely.
getting an RV, and I used to drive a 38-foot RV around, it's not an easy task to get around a narrow area with low-lying trees and branches and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, we
You know.
plan on doing all that, you bet. You almost got to, you're right.
I guess I would make a motion for table, look into the rules, and special exceptions, to cover the plan.
I'll second it.
And that way we can come back and better informed. Kind of like some of the audience, either.
Okay.
More willing to, sounds interesting.
We have a motion and a second to table this till our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Okay. And then,
And more groundwork laid out.
okay, I'll look for a list from you of things that they're
I get-
concerned
need to
about,
vote
and
on
we'll
this
get them
first.
answered for you.
All those in favor of tabling the motion, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, motion stable.
All right, thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Chris, appreciate it.
All right,
My receipts.
other matters. Do you have any other matter? Well, I do now. This gentleman back here just brought up a good point. In the past, I have seen signs at locations of a petition, big orange signs stating what's gonna happen, date, time. That way you'd know. I think
I'll look
think we
into it.
need
I
it.
know Jasper County does that.
I thought we did it one time, a few times, years back.
I'll look into the ordinance
Yeah,
for Jasper County, see, and I'll check our ordinances too, and see.
but it might be, we don't have public papers like we used to. I'll be the first to admit that. And I agree, some of us can't get to the mail, post office, they're open 2 hours a day if we work. So I think maybe a little signage might help. And you'll be thinking about, at the next meeting, it's the fourth Tuesday of the month, 7 o'clock here. So just, you can pass that around to your neighbors. That's when the next meeting. Okay? I think it'll get you a date here, but it's always the fourth Tuesday of the month.
So far, we don't have a petition for October though, but are we
Okay.
still gonna have that then if there's not a scheduled meeting?
So we do have a, be a 28th of
But
October.
we don't have a
You don't have a
petition. for
petition.
PCA plan.
Cause he's gonna have to.
And-
Reapply, right?
If he's not ready.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just get a sign before then and make sure it's posted out there.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't have to reapply.
No,
No, we tabled the motion. And so he doesn't have to re-advertise. Am I correct on that? I guess I need,
yes, you are correct on that.
That's the way we've always done it, it's just a continuation.
it's just a continuation.
I can put a public notice up. But one at the property,
we could put one on our county website as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Okay,
County or our attorney for our board. We have Cody Spear here tonight.
I was getting ready to ask him if they know how to ask.
So we need to make a decision. Planning Commission's gonna make a decision as well, so if you guys wanna email or whatever, that way we can get somebody secured, but he is willing to, correct me if I'm wrong, but willing to take on plan and BZA,
Absolutely.
out of county, so local.
I think that'd be great, in my opinion. Wonderful.
Yeah, not too.
Like I said before, I don't know many attorneys. I kind of like to keep it that way. But, yes, if you feel comfortable, do we need a motion on?
I think we need to talk to the, or planning commission as well, or can plan and,
I think you would need to, make a motion and then it'd have to be approved and then I would just need someone to sign a contract.
so they make a motion pending.
pending the,
Commission.
yeah,
So a motion planning or pending planning commission approval.
I would make a motion that we would retain Cody Spears for plan or BCA attorney.
I'll second it.
Okay. Just move to second to approve Cody, pending plan commission's approval also. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passed. Okay. Be comforting, no, we got a lawyer on board.
Yeah.
That way you can straighten us out once.
Yeah, don't be afraid to.
Yeah, don't be afraid to jump in.
Yeah, really.
I'm on a couple boards, he's attorney for me. Does a good job.
Yeah. Anything else? So I hear a motion to adjourn. Make it second.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
It's been
Not
moved.
saying a word.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, meeting adjourned.
Thank you.